do Renaissance theatre, and I wouldn't know if there was a first folio of Marlowe's play. There certainly was the first folio of Shakespeare's. Was that in 1623? Well, yeah, no, that's about right. It was
Marlowe then?
Well, Marlowe was a contemporary, but he died a lot earlier, so you would have thought it must be Shakespeare. But I don't know if you want to. Shall we do a 50-50?
Will that help?
Unless it leaves Shakespeare and Marlowe.
Well, that's the problem.
But no, it must be Shakespeare. I mean, I'm just having doubts now because Marlowe died a lot earlier. I've never heard of a first folio of his plays. There weren't that many of them. Well, certainly not compared to Shakespeare.
Spencer?
He was later.
Fletcher?
He was a little late. Oh, no, hang on. He was a contemporary. Oh. Do you want to use the 50-50, or do you think that might be useful later?
I just have a feeling it might leave. Yeah, shall we use it?
Is that all right with you?
If it'll make you feel more confident.
It would.
Go for it.
OK, computer, take away 2 wrong answers. Leave Mark and Lydia the right answer and 1 remaining wrong answer. Shakespeare or Fletcher? Right,
unless Fletcher had a first folio, which I'm not aware of, then I'm going to go with Shakespeare, yes. Must be.
Final answer?
Yes.
Yes. Final answer.
You just won £32,000.
Thank you.
It had to be.
Whoa!
That means all our phone friends are going to be like a lot of money.
Well, I tell you what, Lydia, you may not like fame and fortune, but you got half a fortune there, £32,000. That's yours. That's what you've done. You got at least half of that apiece. You're 5 away from $1 million. You still have 1 phone a friend you can call on at any point when you start. You might as well play the next question, whatever, because you cannot lose on this. That £32,000 is guaranteed. Question number 11 is for £64,000. Have a look at it. Tell me what you want to do. Which inventor was known as the Wizard of Menlo Park? Frank Whittle, Thomas Edison, Michael Faraday, Orville Wright. Now, you might as well play it, and you have got a lifeline. Got any inkling?
Not the slightest. Do you know where Menlo Park is?
No.
Well, Orville Wright was an aviator. I don't know if he was an inventor too. Well, if this was just me sitting here, this would have to be a phone a friend.
Yeah, I think phone a friend.
Now, who would know?
Got someone?
Your collective phone of friends, who would know this?
My brother is doing science at the moment. How much of the history of it, I don't know.
I've got a friend who's very good at general knowledge, but whether or not he'd be happy with this question.
Yeah, I've got another friend who's just knows random things. So he might know.
He knows random things.
Well, you know.
He sounds great. He sounds ideal.
Yeah.
But does he know this random thing? It's up to you. You have to decide. Take your time. There's no hurry at all. Who are you going to call?
Your friend or mine? Mine's older. He might have accumulated more knowledge.
OK, you go for it.
OK.
OK, what's he called?
Mr. Whiteley. He goes by he likes formal address.
Mr. Whiteley?
Yes.
Not Richard Whiteley?
No.
Thank goodness for that.
No relation.
No, because we had him as a phone a friend once before. He was hopeless.
Oh, really?
Oh, waste of space. OK, so Mr. Whiteley. Where is Mr. Whiteley, then?
He's in Beverley, north of Hull.
OK.
Hello?
Mr. Whiteley?
Yes?
It's Mr. Tarrant here on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Good evening.
Oh, hello.
How are you?
I'm fine, thanks.
Well, I tell you what. Now, I've got Mark here, Mark Batty, and a nice lady called Lydia. They're actually doing rather well.
Oh, jolly good.
In fact, they're doing very well. It does put a certain amount of pressure on you, though, Mr. Whiteley.
Ah.
Well, because this question is worth £64,000.
Ouch.
Yeah. But they're guaranteed 32,000, so don't feel under too much pressure. Next voice here will be Mark's, OK? He'll have 30 seconds. He'll tell you the question. There are 4 possible answers. One of these is worth 64,000. OK?
OK.
Right, Mark, lots of luck. 30 seconds. Your time starts now.
It's a tough one, Chris.
Righto.
Which inventor was known as the Wizard of Menlo Park? Was it A. Frank Whittle, B. Thomas Edison, C. Michael Faraday, or D. Orville Wright? The Wizard of Menlo Park.
I really don't know, I'm afraid.
Nor do I, mate. Never mind.
Not one of my ones.
It's all right. Thanks anyway.
Sorry, I
Take
can't
care.
help you.
See you Saturday.
All right, bye-bye.
Sorry.
Don't worry.
Well, now, what are you going to do? Because you might as well play it.
Yeah.
You might as well play it. One of those is worth £64,000. You're guaranteed 32.
Right, what did Faraday do? What did Edison do? Because wizard would suggest something electronic, possibly. If it's...
Yeah. Yeah, it could suggest something electronic or something weird.
Yeah. I'm veering towards Faraday as a guess.
That name is very familiar to me, but I don't know whether that's because it's more modern.
If I was to guess, I would say Michael Faraday, but I haven't got a clue.
Let's guess Michael Faraday.
Final answer.
Yeah.
You had £32,000. You've still got £32,000. It's the wrong answer. The right answer, actually, is the man you nearly went to, called Thomas Edison.
Really?
But, hey, give them a big hand. They go away. Not a bad old start to a year at university, Lydia. Bless you guys, you can take it now. They go away £32,000 better off. Give them a big hand. Now, we have 8 contestants left to play fastest finger first. Nice and quiet, please, in the audience, so they can concentrate. Here comes the next question. Starting at the fingertips and working along the arm, put these bones in order. Carpals, radius, humerus, phalanges. We started with 10, we've got 8 left. I have to say, all 8 looked absolutely horrified. Let's see, though. Let's get the right order first. This is the correct order. Starting from the fingertips. Don't forget, going along the arms. Phalanges are actually in the fingers. Carpals in the wrist. Radius in the forearm. And humerus in the upper arm. So that's the right order. Now, out of our 8 left, see how many got it right? I don't think it's going to be 8. Let's have a look. It's not 8, it's 1. It's Professor Richard Webber in 8.22 seconds. Come on, Richard. You broke your leg coming here. Right. Now, after a disappointing start, the first question about the hairdressers.
Yes.
It was unfair.
I haven't had a wash and dry for a long time.
How did I guess? It was a bit loaded against us. So listen, you got that. Now, have a look. There are 4 left, OK? So right on the far end, Beth Edwards from Manchester University. You want the one that's most likely to have, well, the most brain cells, really. Matthew Sinton from Edinburgh. Then we've got Jack Steege from Newcastle and Bella Patel there from University College here in London. Now, which one do you think would help you get to the maximum amount of money?
OK, well, I want someone who's an art student. Perhaps I'm a scientist and mathematician. And I don't know much about the north of England, so I think I'm going to go for Jack. Jack looks like an art student to me from his...
OK, Jack, because you look like an art student. I don't think he is. Come on, man, give him a big hand. Good luck, you too. OK, right, now. Got to pay for £1 million, I suppose, while you're here. I thought you might. Here we go. Right, here we go again. This is Richard Webber, a professor of mathematics at Queen's College, Cambridge, with a special interest in probability and statistics. He's British, but he lived in the States for a while. He brightens up his lectures with magic tricks and once set a very important exam paper in which he asked his students to work out the best way to play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? We'll find out a bit more about that in a minute. And this is Jack Steege. He's at Newcastle University, where he's studying not art, but economics, because he says he wants to be rich. You might be in the right place. Jack thinks balancing the budget will be the hardest challenge of his university life, especially as he's also planning on partying hard. And he says a big win tonight will go on driving lessons, a car and a huge, brilliant party. So you're looking forward to being a student, then?
Without a doubt, yeah.
You've been there a matter of days and you already owe £1,000.
Well, I mean, I've still got that money to spend, but it will. It's, you know, it's going one place only, really.
Where's that?
Down the drain.
And you want to meet a stunning brunette.
Be nice.
Be nice. But why brunette? Why not blonde or?
I've been out of a lot of blondes. I thought, why not try going to brunette?
All right. Richard, I've got to ask you this thing. What are these theories about who wants to be a millionaire and the probability? I mean, you probably know more about this show than I do.
Well, I did set this on exam question, and it asked students to quickly try and work out when the optimal time would be to phone a friend based on certain probabilities of success and so forth.
The optimum time to phone a friend. Well, when's...
How to best use it. I mean, these things are much too complicated to work out in a situation like this. I'm sure I won't be using any of this game theory tonight.
But is there a perfect time? I mean, presumably you ring a phone a friend when you're stuck. That'll be the optimum time.
No, because it might be better to gamble and save your phone a friend for a higher money prize.
But you might not get there.
Yeah, but you might. You might. But actually, there are two researchers in Switzerland who've written about a 30-page paper on how to play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, full of lots of mathematical formulas, filled with tables at the end telling you when you should phone a friend, when you should do 50-50 and so on, at all different money levels and so on. A colleague of mine at university gave this to me the other day. I read through it. I read through the authors. It's not the sort of thing that's really going to help.
Oh, well, listen, I'm intrigued to see whether or not these theories and probabilities are actually going to help you and Jack here. Basically, it's the same basic formula as always. The two of them together, 15 questions, 3 brand new lifelines, £1 million. And remember, this might be a tricky bit. Richard and Jack have to agree on their final answer and the use of any lifelines. Lots of luck, you two. Let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Right, back down at the beginning, we were right up to the dizzy heights of question 11 just now. We're back down to number 1 for £100. Here it comes. Which of these phrases means to tease? Take the mickey, take the Minnie, take the Donald, take the Goofy.
We both agreed.
I think we may. Sure.
Take the mickey.
It's the right answer. You got £100.
That's my nightmare one.
Now listen, Jack, you got to stay. You got to pay back £1,000 already.
Yeah.
You got £100. You're well on the way to that. Question 5 will guarantee you 1,000. This is number 2 for 200 quid. You have all 3 lifelines. Here it comes. Which of these is something that is much in demand? Boiling coupon, scalding stub, blazing token, hot ticket.
Hot ticket?
Hot ticket, yeah.
You got £200. Well played. Right, let's try and race you through these early ones. Just be aware, though, if you did give me a wrong answer before question number 5, you would go home with nothing at all. It'd be a bit embarrassing after all the probability theories. You had 3 lifelines. Question number 3 is for 300 quid. Here it comes. What is the correct name for a set of drums? Tackle, gear, kit, pack.
Kids, drum.
Kids? We get drum kit.
You got £300 for kit. It's the right answer. Number 4, £500. No problem so far. Here it is. Which of these is an alternative term for a dilemma? Quoit, quince, quandary, quaff.
Say quandary.
I'd go quandary.
I go quandary. Quandary.
It's the right answer. £500. Right, last point at which you could go home with nothing at all. Jack, Richard, good luck. This will guarantee you at least £1,000. Between you, here it comes. Which county is associated with a breed of bull terrier? Derbyshire, Leicestershire, Staffordshire, Nottinghamshire.
Staffordshire Bull Terrier.
Yeah, Staffordshire Bull Terrier.
It's the right answer. You got £1,000. Well played.
I think that's my happy. It's sorted.
You're looking horribly worried there for a second, Jack.
I was.
No problem. Staffordshire Bull Terrier is the right answer. You have all 3 lifelines. So what's the probability now, then?
I think we'll get to 32,000. And then you can ask me again at that point.
OK. Right, you have £1,000. That's guaranteed. You're £500 apiece. You have all 3 lifelines. This is question number 6 for 2,000. Here it is. On TV, Oz Clarke is best known as an expert on what subject? Horse racing, DIY, fashion, wine. Now, Richard?
I think it's wine, but to be honest, I don't want to...
I don't know. I don't know. So you think it's wine. Why do you think it's wine?
Well, now that they put a few other things there, you know, it just sort of scared me. But
before it came up, you thought wine. Did you?
I think it's wine. Oh God, I don't want to muck this one up. But he was with the lady with he's got quite an educated palate. He's a bit of a co-presenter. I believe that's them. Maybe I'm wrong.
Oh yeah, I remember that program. Yeah, it's I know who you mean. Yeah.
It's Clark.
Now.
Well, it would be unlikely that someone with the name of like Oz